Shani, Hilali Poda, next door neighbors, and Hiranandani Foundation Parai. Applause, please. Two girls. I'm charged up this time. Really charged. Not one but two girls. Let's start with the girls. Hiranandani Foundation, your names please. Let's have your names. Arya. Arya and Arya Stark. Arush. Arya and Arush. You are B and B. Okay. We'll get the girls first. Nilavati. Alia. 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 Okay. Arya. 4 A's in a row. Wow. You were there last year. Yes, we were. You were there, you were qualified. In the same category? Or same category, senior category. Okay, so in the 12th now. You were also there last year? But your school was there, so maybe there was another team. Yeah. Your names? Athar. Athar? What does it mean? It means immortal in Greek. Immortal? Wow. My name is Tanay. Tanay. Okay. Tanay and Baba Scottish. Your names, please? I'm Rehan. 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 And you are? Aditya. Okay, all of you are going to tell me, how long have you been quizzing, or is it the first time? How long have you been quizzing, or is it the first time? First time. Not the first time. You've been quizzing all along. It's fantastic. First time. And you're already on stage. Fabulous. How long? No. So you are not quizzing before that? Oh, okay. First time. Wow, a lot of first timers on stage. You've been answering a lot of questions from the audience, I remember. So, round 1, 10 and 5. First question coming up for Singanya. The longest test match in the history of cricket lasted 9 days with 680 overs bowled. The teams of South Africa and England endured 12 days of the match, with actual play lasting 9 days. 3 were a washout due to rain. This happened in Durban in South Africa in 1939. This length of the test match gave it a name, X. So identify X and Y. Why was the match abandoned, resulting in a draw? No negatives.
X, I'm not sure. Why? Because the foreign team had to leave and the boat was going to go. That's why they had to leave the match resulting in a draw.
That is perfect. The boat that was to carry the English team back had already docked and had to leave, so they had to abandon the match. 5 good points to you, Singania School. That is the correct answer. But X remains. Would you like to try for a bonus?
I think the longest cricket match in the world.
No, so it was, but so that's what was given name. You want to try something that will match it. We give them 5 more seconds.
Sorry, we don't.
Okay. Hiranandani, would you like to try? No. Mama Scottish? Think of the time. No? Anyone audience? Okay, it was called the timeless match. As simple as that, the timeless match. But that was a brilliant answer what you gave, that the ship had to carry them back. Otherwise, you won't believe that there was no rule about the time limit. It could have gone on for 20 days for all they cared. That was how it was. Okay. Second question is for you, Podar. In 1909, a 50-year-old Royal Naval officer was chosen to lead X, a venerable British establishment. Now, this gentleman commonly signed his letters with the first letter of his surname, which we will call Y. And ever since, all heads of X have the code name Y. Okay? This head of X is the only publicly named officer of the service and reports directly to the Foreign Secretary. Otherwise, we don't know the names of anybody working there in this particular department of the English government. So identify X and Y. So X will be the establishment. And Y is the code name given to all the successive heads of this particular establishment. And what I'm going to do is, just give me X. Just give me X. Name the establishment. Forget the code name for the heads. Any clue? Yeah. No, 1 minute. This was for Podar. Sir. This was for Podar.
Was the establishment the Admiral of the Royal Navy?
Sorry,
Was the post which he was chosen to lead the Admiral of the Royal Navy?
that was a good guess, but no.
Was it the MI6?
It is. It is the MI6, absolutely right. And Hiranandani saw 5 good points there. When I said it's the only publicly named officer, no one knows who else works there, so it's automatic secrecy. And then he or she reports directly to the foreign, so it has to be MI6. And in its 116-year-old history, just 2 months back, it is being led by the only woman ever in its history. Her name is Blaise Metro. Yes? Yes? Do you know the name? No, it's not done. No, not the name. I just want the code name. The code name. It's C. It's C. His name was Mansfield Cumming, and there were only letters at that time, printed letters. He just signed with a simple C. So his code name became C, and all the successive heads of MI6 are called C's. That's it. Okay, third question for you. That was very well thought out. The town of Noalera in the Po Valley region of X is home to the second largest Gurudwara in the whole of Europe. This indicates the presence of a large number of Sikh immigrants living in the region. They work in cattle farms and dairies where the world's famous cheese Y is made. In fact, Sikhs are considered the backbone of the Y industry in that region. Identify X and Y. Mom is Scottish.
X would be Italy, I'm assuming.
X is Italy is right. And the cheese? Which cheese?
Mozzarella.
Cheese is wrong, so I will give you 2 points.
Ma'am, this is the Indian Italy cheese industry where many Sikhs are there. Cheese.
Parmigiano Reggiano.
He's right. The Parmesan cheese, Parmigiano Reggiano is absolutely right. And since Italy was already answered, we'll give you 3 points. Alright? So when you are adding Parmesan cheese onto your pastas, thank all the Sikhs. And you know, it's very interesting to note that for the making of this cheese, I'm not very sure of the process, but you have to get up very early to whatever, to do something to it. And the Europeans are a little lazy where that is concerned. And so the Sikhs found their niche place because they get up very early to do all their prayers. So they are very much used to it. And so that is why they settle in the region. The Italians are very happy that they took over and the Parmesan industry flourished. That also, but there's the other reason also they don't like to get up this early to, I think they have to wake up at 3 to, for the culture, to make the culture better. Anyway, so the fourth question, last question, and it's now is for you, Bombay Scottish. Listen carefully, it's very, very interesting. Think smartly. The X is an informal activity tracking index. It's an index, informal, okay, of these fast food places that are very close to Y. The index has tracked late night delivery spikes to Y to track military action since the 1980s. Now, over the last month now, this delivery service has increased activity since the Middle East conflicts began. Hence, the informal index has been used as an indicator to show that there is some kind of crisis happening in the world and that USA is involved. So identify X, which is the index, and which area. Y is the area. Okay, now the name of Y, the area, is part of X because it's the index. So they use the name in that. Crisis in the USA, military crisis happening. What area would that be in the USA? And what delivery spikes would happen because people are working overtime there? Think. You're working day and night in your office. So which is your office? Time's up.
The office can be Pentagon and the index for we are guessing Pentagon Coffee Index or Pentagon Pizza Index.
Say it again.
Pentagon Pizza Index.
Brilliant. The Pentagon Pizza Index and the Pentagon is absolutely right. 5 good points. People are working naturally at the Pentagon, where whenever there's a crisis, they're working day and night, and all around pizzas are being ordered to late night deliveries. So it's an informal index, but they started this during the Cold War, and Russia found out that pizzas are being delivered to left and right to the Pentagon. And that is how the whole thing about the Pentagon Pizza Index began. And when this graph goes up, it means there's something very wrong happening somewhere in the world. Okay? Round 2. Singanya, the quiz master says, frame a question. Guarda negative.
There's an economic term.
No. Oda? It's positive, negative, right? Guarda negative. This is something negative. So what could it be? Make a guess.
I believe it's a confirmation for a certain command. Like,
No, afraid not. Time? Pro bonus? Recently in the news, Thomas Scottish. Yeah, this year definitely. Anyone? Guarda negative, yes.
Is it the newest discovered blood group?
Brilliant, absolutely right. I said negative, but just think about it. This is the newest blood group discovered. In fact, it's the 48th blood group, and only one person, one lady, I don't know if I'm getting the pronunciation right, Guadalupe in the Caribbean has been found with this blood group, and they are obviously researching on it because there must be others who may need her or she may need others. But that was brilliant. Absolutely right. That's why I kept on saying positive, negative. Okay. Question 2. That's for you, brother. The quizmaster asks, what are the numbers against the names of these eminent scientists and men of medicine? Something to do with awards.
I believe it's the number of awards that each person got for the specific discoveries of different medicines.
No, afraid not. Hiranandani? Time's up. Bombay Scottish?
Are these awards the Grammy Awards?
No. Anyone? You'll be amazed to hear the answer. Oh, you're left. I'm so sorry.
Is the number of award nominations there are?
Award nominations. But what award? I need to know that. You're close, but excellence in medicine, but what name of the award? That's very simple. No? You've already reached there. These are eminent scientists and men of medicine. So,
Nobel.
he's right. This is the list of Nobel Prize nominees who were nominated these many times but never won an award. Imagine. Being nominated 155 times. Not just unbelievable, but they didn't win an award. Okay, this is question 3 is for you. How much was the foundation? Yeah. Okay. Look, it's a visual for you. The quizmaster is wondering what is written on the blank white part and why. Can you help me? It's nothing to do with India. Let me tell you, it's not India's currency. Scottish.
It could be a picture of the British monarch.
No, there's already one. There is a picture. Time's up. Singanya?
British Dominion of India.
No, that was a good try. Uda?
The phrase "God save the king."
The phrase?
God save the king.
God save the king. That's a brilliant guess. But I'm afraid not. So, we are done. Audience. I don't know why this is not taught in history because I never learned it in history. I learned it only after I became quizmaster. Okay, let's see the answer. It's the government of Pakistan, Hukumat-e-Pakistan. See, what happened was after partition, obviously, Pakistan didn't have a bank. We had the Reserve Bank of India, right? So they requested us, in spite of the animosity, to print notes for them for a certain period of time till they got their bank in order. And so we printed it out of goodwill for them for a while. And then eventually in 1949, these were obviously discontinued. I think this is something that really we need to learn, right, where partition is concerned. Because this is amazing that India printed notes for Pakistan for a while. Okay, last one is Scottish is for you. The quizmaster says, fill in the blanks. When the festival is over, will you make the time to visit London to do some proper tourism? I'd recommend the museums, as we call them in India, the dash. Right, Chor Bazaars. Because that was by Shashi Tharoor. 10 good points from the Scottish. Can we see the video, please?
So for all those who've come here just for the festival, when the festival is over, will you make the time to visit London and do some proper tourism? I recommend the museums, or as we call them in India, the Chor Bazaars.
What about the Chor Bazaars? Not only from us, but from all the countries, all the Commonwealth countries. Everywhere where they ruled, they've taken everything away. So the Chor Bazaars, that was superb. Round 3, visuals, you may double. The first one is coming up for you, Singania. Who should be the first empty box? You may double. Time's running out.
Shah of Iran.
You didn't double.
You didn't.
You didn't. 10 points. The Shah of Iran is absolutely right. That is the trio of the last supreme leaders of Iran, the Shah of Iran, the Ayatollah Khomeini, and Ali Khamenei, who is now. That was some brilliant thinking. Excellent. This one is for you. Look carefully. Okay? What do you think are the 2 blanks in this ad? It's an advertisement. See what is behind, see how they are dressed as, and come to a conclusion. It's a little bit of thinking required, but very easy if you can spot what is there behind in the background. Where are they? And what are they promoting? 2 blanks. 2 blanks. One is in, oh, I can't give it to you. No warning. Time's up. Foundation.
Is the first line big pen?
No, but try, it's not the big one. What else? We'll give them 5 more seconds. Time's up. Mom is Scottish.
There are 2 monuments. One is the Westminster Abbey, and the other one is the Big Ben. So my segment of the Big Ben is from the Westminster Abbey.
I'm afraid not.
Thames and Nile.
Brilliant. Absolutely right. It's the Thames. You pronounce it the Thames. The Thames and the Nile. You can see the Thames behind. So obviously they are in London. So they are in London and they are promoting the Luxor cruise, which they that's this there. Let's see the ad.
Come with us as we take over London with the Egyptian god Anubis. To celebrate the launch of Luxor Nile cruises, we brought 3 Egyptian gods to London. Why not explore our range of brilliant Luxor holidays at unbeatable value? Luxor holidays and Nile cruises are available to book now.
You did double. Okay, the third one would be for foundation.
Come with us.
Next one. Okay. What is this a root of? It's a route no one has taken. Ever. It has just been imagined and given a record. But nobody would dare to attempt it.
Would it be the longest walkable route of plants?
Brilliant. Absolutely right. We should have doubled the longest continuous walk in the world without having to cross an ocean. So you start from Cape Town, South Africa, go eastwards and reach Magadan in Russia. You cross 16 countries, and if you walked 8 hours a day, not taking a rest day, you would take 562 days to complete the 22,387 kilometer walk. Any takers? Yes. Yeah. It's brilliant, brilliant, brilliant answer. Bob Scottish, your visual coming up. This is a memorial in Madhapur in Kutch. Who does it commemorate? Who, not what. Who? Give me the name and who.
This was to commemorate the bombing of the Bush.
Sorry, can you be louder?
This was to commemorate the bombing of the Bush District. Wing Commander Vijay Karni.
No, 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 I'm afraid not. Singhania, would you like to try? -5.
You want to double? This is
Women had best.
this. After the Bush was bombed, this is for the women who had rebuilt the airfield for the aircraft to take off.
Absolutely right. You get 10 points. What happened during the 71 war was that the Bhuj airstrip was very badly bombed by Pakistan Air Force, and 300 women of Matapur came forward and said, we are going to rebuild this in 2 days. Day and night they worked, and they got the airstrip ready, and the Indian Air Force went all out and we won the war. So this one is called the Virangana Smarak, dedicated to the 300 women of Madhapur in Kutch. We will reverse the order of asking. Now, from this one, it's the clue question round. We'll begin with you, Bombay Scottish, and your first clue is Genesis began by the mid-70s when military aircraft designers had learned of a new method to avoid missiles and interceptors and go undetected by radars.
Could I have another clue, ma'am?
Sure. The most expensive plane in history and is made by Northrop. It is a flying wing aircraft, meaning that it has no fuselage or tail.
Ma'am, is there a double option in this?
No, but you will get 15 if you...
B2 bomb aircraft. B2.
Brilliant. 15 points is the Northrop B-2 Spirit of stealth bomber. It's widely used right now over Iran for the nuclear attacks. Yes, on the nuclear facility, sorry. So that is the stealth bomber. It's amazing. You know, it flies 33 hours non-stop. 33 hours with refueling in the air, which is just amazing. Second set of clues is for you, Foundation. Be very smart, understand everything that I say. One part of it, though standing at 6638 meters, has not been ascended yet, nor is there any permission now to do so. That's one part of it. Second clue. The second part contains 2 water bodies, one valued by pilgrims for its purity, and the other is a scary, lifeless appearance. Third, all of the above are woven, the 3 things, are woven into the threads of spiritual details of Hindus, Buddhists, Jains, Sikhs, and the born practitioners of Tibet. Sorry, the last clue. It commenced on 30th June this year after a hiatus of 5 years when it was suspended due to COVID.
The Kailash Mansarovar Yatra.
Brilliant! The Kailash Mansarovar Yatras. Yatra is looking for 5 points for getting it right on the 4th clue. So the first was obviously Mount Kailash, and then the 2 where one is the Mansarovar, and all these religions, all of them go for the Jatra, all of them, Hindus, Buddhists, Jains, Sikhs. Kailash Mans are very well conducted, and clue question 3 is for Podar. A study in contrasts, he was at first a member of the Nazi party, but he was also a humanitarian industrialist.
Ma'am, could you give us the second?
He employed 1,200 Jews during the Holocaust in his enamelware and ammunition factories in occupied Poland and the Protectorate of Bohemia and Moravia.
I believe it's Schindler.
You believe right. Oscar Schindler is absolutely right. It's 15 good points. Where is the applause? Come on. Absolutely right. You know, he used to give bribes, huge bribes to the Nazi officials to ensure that the Jews stayed with him and he could look after them. And then, of course, a film was made by Steven Spielberg on him, Schindler's List. Which won an Oscar? On Oscar Schindler. Okay. Last set of clues. This is for you, Singania. This app was created by an engineer who was first rejected by Twitter, despite his 11 years at Yahoo, followed by Facebook, who considered him a cultural misfit within their workspace. Next clue. Even if it's wrong, we go to the next clue. You can give an answer if you think you know it or if you want to guess.
Instagram?
No. He took a year off, met a Yahoo colleague, and together launched an app in 2009 with a mission of no ads, focusing on privacy and simplicity that supported 12 languages.
Duolingo?
No. Third, they bled heavily without ad revenues and no funding. They then charged $1 per year, and their fortunes reversed.
Spotify?
No. Lastly, Facebook now needed them and bought them for $19 billion.
WhatsApp?
Yes. WhatsApp is the right answer. And those are WhatsApp founders Brian Acton and the friend he met, Jan Kuhn. Finally got it at fourth, that's 5 points. Yes? Okay, now we have the audiovisual round, by double. And the first one is for you, Bombay Scottish. Watch pattern in here.
She was a woman, but she was another man. All the girls were around his head. She got it for me, but she gave it while she can. Get back, get back, get back to where you want to belong.
Those are naturally the Beatles. I'm not going to ask you who they are, not the band. What is very special about this show of the Beatles on the rooftop of their headquarters in London? What is special about this rooftop performance of the Beatles in 1969? Make a guess, 1969. And they brought traffic to a halt, and the songs were completely unfamiliar. They were not their hits. Foundation, would you like to make a guess?
Was the entire song shot in one scene?
That was a good try, but no. Udar, you have to try for the bonus.
I believe this was done after their first big album.
No. Singanya? Sorry? No. Bolu, bol de.
Bit of controversy.
No, no, I won't ask the question if it was controversial. Yes. Yes.
Is it to commemorate the moon landing?
No. Yeah, but that's a good try. 69, so that was a good try. But no. Yes.
The last major album that they shot, the last major song that they recorded before the band broke.
You need to tweak it a little. Would you like to tweak it a little? Anyway, I'll give it to him. this was the last time they ever performed together. After this, the band broke up. This was their final live performance together as the world's best known rock band. On top of their, it was completely unscheduled. Nobody knew about it, but after this, they never got back together. Okay, second one is Rio Foundation. 1 minute. Is it? Okay, before that, listen carefully. It's an audio. Somebody's talking, and that somebody is talking to the opponent, okay? To the opponent, and he's talking about making history together again. So one history was made. I can only tell you that much. This is one person talking to another person about wanting to make history together again, which means our history was already made. So I want to know what history was made. Okay?
It is amazing the level you have. Congratulations for an amazing 2 weeks, amazing tournament. To you, to your team, I know the hard work you're putting every day. It is huge. Honestly, I know how hard you're chasing this tournament or every tournament. I'm pretty sure you're gonna be champion, not once but many times. It's a privilege to share the court with you in every tournament, making history with you. I'm just really happy to be able to make history with you in this tournament, in other tournaments.
You don't know who was talking. Okay. Try. The report. For that, would you like to try?
Was it the last French Open that Nadal had won?
It was the last French Open, but not Nadal. Singanya? Hello? Last French Open, Djokovic had won? Djokovic did win. Roland Garros. No. Obvious Scottish?
The person speaking is Carlos Alcaraz.
Is that Alcaraz? That's right.
And the history, something to do with following in the footsteps of Rafael Nadal, about being the king of clay.
No, see, he's talking to Yannick Sinner. He's talking to Yannick Sinner. That was the French Open final, which Alcaraz won against Sinner. No, this is your question. So, which means that history was created there and then, because this was his victory speech. So, history was created at that final this year at Roland Garros. And he's telling Sinner, we want to create history together again. So now what was the record created? Make a guess. Yes.
It was the second longest match they played in the final.
We'll give it to you, the longest ever match played in the Open era, which lasted 5 hours and 29 minutes. Epic final. So that's why it's sitting with the number there, Alcaraz. With this trophy that we played for 5 hours 29 minutes, as recent as last month. Okay, come on. Third goes to Hoda. What has happened?
Just name the event. This is the Pandharpur Bharat.
Brilliant. The Pandharpur Bharat pilgrimage. You should have doubled. You should have doubled. Of course, all audiovisuals had said so before that. In fact, this is the Pandharpur Bharat pilgrimage of Maharashtra, which just concluded. And you know, these are the Varkaris. They go on a 20-day, 250-kilometer walk and singing devotional songs. Journey begins from Dehu and Alandi and finishes at Pandharpur on Ashadhi Ekadashi. They carry the sacred sandals of Sant Tukaram and Sant Dhyaneshwar. Listen carefully. Singania, this is an audio. Listen carefully, then I'll ask you the question.
कभी रिक्शा वाला तो कभी मोची, कभी धर्म बदलकर दूसरे देश का नागरिक बनना, तो कभी दुश्मनों के साथ मिलकर उनसे उनकी सारी जानकारी निकालना। अपने 30 साल के अंडर कवर जर्नी में उन्होंने ऐसे ऐसे खतरनाक कारनामे किए हैं जो जासूसी की दुनिया में शायद ही पहले किसी ने किए हैं। अपनी इसी क्षमता और बुद्धि के बलबूते पर वो देश के बड़े बड़े दुश्मनों को घुटनों पर ले आए। आज उनकी उम्र 77 साल हो चुकी है, लेकिन जब भी हम उनको टीवी या किसी इवेंट में देखते हैं तो आज भी वो उतने ही फिट और एक्टिव दिखाई पड़ते हैं। आज भी इंडियन फॉरेन पॉलिसी और सिक्योरिटी से जुड़े हर छोटे बड़े कदम उन्हीं की निगरानी में उठाए जाते हैं। तो यहाँ सवाल,
Who is being spoken about? Singania. Don't forget to double, children. You know it.
Don't want to double. Is it the current National Security Advisor, Mr. Paresh Rawal?
Paresh Rawal. In that you're right, but I need the exact name, so I'm afraid I can't give it to you. You want to try?
Mr. Rawal.
Mr. Rawal. No, I'm afraid not. Yes, on the Scottish? You can double. Ajit Doval is absolutely right. 10 full points to you, the National Security Advisor. There's just one correction. He's 80 now and not 77. This probably was an old one. But this is his third term as National Security Advisor. In fact, you know, he lived in Pakistan for 7 years under disguise. An amazing, amazing man. They need to make a film on him. Okay, now the last round, the rapid fire round. So be prepared, yes? Scottish. Ready? Your time starts now. The Parsi origin musician Freddie Mercury was born in which country? UK, India or Tanzania?
India.
Wrong. Nykaa was started as a leading e-commerce venture by which now billionaire business person? Falguni Nair or Kiran Mazumdar-Shaw?
Could you repeat, ma'am?
Nykaa was started as a leading e-commerce venture by which billionaire business person? Kiran Mazumdar-Shaw or Falguni Nair?
Kiran Mazumdar.
Wrong. The only unopposed Indian president was Neenad Sanjeev Reddy or V.D. Giri?
Could you repeat, ma'am?
The only unopposed Indian president was N.S. Reddy or V.D. Giri? Wrong. The discontinued BlackBerry mobile phones were invented in the USA or Canada?
USA.
Wrong. The US brand ambassador of the Swachh Bharat Abhiyan is Amitabh Bachchan or Shah Rukh Khan? And time's up. You are left with 5 questions to be asked. How many correct? None correct. I'm so sorry. Because you wasted time. You should just say pass. Then you missed the other questions. I'm so sorry. Hiranandani, you ready? Your time starts now. Musician Nora Jones has a sibling called Anushka Shankar or Ricky Kedge? Is correct. The city of Herat is in Afghanistan or Kazakhstan?
Afghanistan.
Correct. Kylian Mbappe captains France or Spain?
Spain.
Wrong. Who is the current leader of the Jharkhand Mukti Morcha? Hemant Soren or Shibu Soren? Correct. In Scrabble, which is the only letter worth 5 points?
J.
Wrong. If you were eating escargots in a French restaurant, what would you be eating? Snails or fish?
Snails.
Is correct. Which is older, the Ramayana or the Indus Valley civilization?
Ramayana.
Wrong. Geographically classified as the world's largest lake, it is referred to as a sea, Black Sea or the Caspian Sea. Is correct. In which country was Adidas founded?
Canada.
Wrong. The strategic forum comprising Australia, India, Japan, and the USA is called Quad. Is correct. And that is, I think, 8 correct?
6 correct.
6 correct. You sure? 6. Okay. You got K wrong. You got Indus Valley wrong. You didn't get Germany. And yes, that's the last question. And team 3. Your time starts now. Name the rooster on the Kellogg's cornflakes boxes. Cornelius or Christo?
Cornelius.
Is right. Priyanka Gandhi's constituency is Wayanad or Amethi?
Amethi.
Is wrong. The Matterhorn sits on the border of Switzerland and Italy or Switzerland and France?
France.
Wrong. How many countries does the equator pass through? 11 or 13?
13.
Is correct. Legend says that this deity cut into two the ancient barrel drum called Mridan to create the tabla. Who? Indra or Krishna?
Krishna.
Is correct. Which country is the largest producer of jackfruits in the world? India, Sri Lanka or Nepal?
Sri Lanka.
Wrong. Painted lady, red admiral and common blue are species of butterflies, fireflies or common flies?
Common.
Wrong. India has the highest number of startups in the world. Yes or no?
Yes.
Correct. In snooker, what color ball is worth 6 points?
Black.
Is wrong. What color is E in the Google logo?
White.
No, that's red. So how many correct is that? 4 correct of possible 10. And Singhania, let's see what you do with your questions. Ready? Your time starts now. What is the last event in the decathlon? 1500 meter run or the 110 meter hurdles?
15 meter.
Correct. Which Ivy League university has a live bulldog mascot known as Handsome Dan? Harvard or Yale?
Howard.
Wrong. Cagliari is the capital of which island in the Mediterranean Sea? Sardinia or Mallorca? Cagliari is the capital. Is correct. The novel 1984 was written in which year? 1949 or 1984? 1949 or 1984?
49.
Is correct. The shoemaking company Bata started from which country? Czechoslovakia or Hungary?
Czechoslovakia.
Is correct. Which company has the highest number of patents filed globally? Alphabet, Sony or Samsung?
Alphabet.
Wrong. How many McDonald's are there in Iceland currently? All or none? Sorry, one or none?
None.
Is correct. And I'll give you just one more because time's up. They were written to popularize the religion of the Vedas and contain the essence of the Vedas. Purans or the Upanishads? The time's up, so I cannot grant you anymore. You lose out on 3 questions. And with that, we come to an end of quizzing for the day. And once again, the last questions to be answered by the audience, which has been very, very good. Whatever has gone unanswered, 80% you have answered, 20 I have. I need a whole box, please. Okay, audience ready? Delhi, New Delhi is our capital. Delhi is the capital of which country? Delhi, D-I-L-L-I, yes. Timor-Leste, also called East Timor, is absolutely right. East Timor is the right answer. Now, unlike the Oscars, these awards are given for the worst films ever made. The worst. And actually, actors and directors have gone to receive them also. I think that's really sporting. That's really sporting of them. What are they called? Yes, ma'am. No, that's a good one. The Razzies, the Golden Raspberry Awards. also called the Razzies, and they give a golden pineapple for the worst films ever made. Which international organization was founded by Peter Benenson? No, that was Henry Dunant. This is all about human rights. Human rights. No, Red Cross, the answer earlier. Red Cross is looking after the injured. Talking about human rights. Amnesty International. Amnesty International. Which award in mathematics is equivalent to the Nobel Prize?
Fields Medal.
Fields Medal. Come on, get it. Fields Medal is absolutely right. Which is the only sea in the world which has no land boundaries. Now, how is that possible? But it is. The sea has no land boundaries because it is bounded by ocean currents. It's surrounded by 4 ocean currents. The Sargasso Sea. You heard of it, right? It's a Sargasso Sea. You can look it up if you need more information. Are we ready? You're going to love this question. Connect Gaurav Garujwar, Nagesh Nagashakti, Chandrika Chiligat, Maya Menakash. Connect. Connect these 4. Harry Potter, but I need specifics. The Hindi names for the founders of the Hogwarts houses. I knew everybody would know this. Somebody said something? Want to add to it? I'm not a Harry Potter fan. Okay. No more wasting of my questions and leave them for the national round. So the results are in, and I want a thunderous round of applause as hungry as you may be. In 4th place is Bombay Scottish with 37 points. Sorry, 4th place. 3rd place is Leelavati Podar with 45 points. Hiranandani with 50 and a clear winner, Sivana School with 73 points. Would you all of us like to come up here for a group photo, please, first? The hospitality at JLL School is unsurpassed. Thank you, all the scorers, the timekeepers. I know it's a Saturday, and all the teachers who have come today to help the school out. Thank you all very much, the council. She was waiting. I said she was waiting, and she's going to talk about us. Yes, the council as well. And a round of applause for the whole school, Jasupin MS School, 4 players that came to this.
And a big thank you to Miss Ami Goradia, the most brilliant, the most well-informed, and the most lovely quiz master that we can have. Thank you.
And winners, I will see you again. I'll be quizzing you again on the 25th of August, which is going to be the regional Maharashtra round, where we'll have winners from Pune, Nashik, Aurangabad, Goa. I don't know how many will come and from where. Man, we will have to host. But again, JLL will be hosting it, so I will be there.
Thank you all participants and the teachers accompanying from various schools. Thank you so much.
Oh yes.